Hello everyone, and welcome in this video on me trying to take on 512 impossible bots on White Arena. So I've been told this is really tough, and I actually just played a game, and I lost. So I actually think this is tough. I was told by a really experienced player there's a lot that they have like a 20 to 40% win rate, and I think this is crazy. So I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna spawn right here in between these two pockets. I think it's, I think I might be able to go right here and do a little bit better. And I think I'm going to use the classic strategy of I need to be quick in my expands just to get some land, but not be behind. And then I'm always going to go for the lowest troop bot with a little bit of logic. So let's go 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so let's try to do this. And let's do one more quick send like that and hope we're not the target. Okay, so we are in a good position, and how I think I'm going to think about this is I think I get the type of RNG stuff in the game that effectively you lose this game if you get behind. If you get behind, how these bots' logic work is they always target you. So that, I don't get why it targeted me there. That was kind of weird. But I think we get up to red interest, we don't corner anyone, and then we basically just go for the lowest troop bot and see what we can do here. But there's like some weird things, like why are some of these bots like going like that? And there might even be some logic with these type of games, like having just played that you might even wait at some point. Like I think you do go for like lowest density bot, but I think you might even wait and sit on red interest, just like hoping for collapse. But these games are almost like, if any of you know the game mode where you basically can't full send, I think it might be like that. So let's take a bite here. I think this makes sense. I'm just trying to think, because you always have to assess, as this gets like, as this gets a little more complicated, of essentially whose bot is going to target who. And I gotta stay a little bit ahead of some of these other people. So I actually see why people lose this. Like, I'm in 20th place. Like, I think this is legit hard. I kind of wonder, like, how the RNG works with this. So actually, this is starting to look bad. Because some of these bots are, like, getting ahead of me. And I don't even know. So this bot still has some options. Liao Dynasty still has some options. So let's just try to take a big bite there. Let's take that. And we're going to chill for just a sec, because I think these people have some other individuals they can go for. But this is where we start getting into kind of like meta awareness of you have to think about who can go for who. And who kind of gets the RNG with better prospects of what's going on. So let's take one more bite out of there, because I think we need that to have a shot. And we're going to chill on higher density, because these guys are going to start looking for some other people very soon. And I think I don't think you can go like that simple of just like you just attack the lowest troop bot, because this will go here and then it might go up there. This guy should start going for Liao. So I actually think Liao probably makes sense, but I got to make sure that I'm not the lowest troop kind of option. And what even is this? There's a person up here who's like twice the size, I guess because of the RNG stuff. So I think we go for Liao. And then I think Goreo. This is pretty weird. This is weird. I have to actually think about what the strategy is for this. So these two are fighting to the death. That makes sense. Let's go right here. And I think, okay, so Goreo has some options. This person has some options too. That all makes sense. And I think now I pivot to Empire of Belhan. Just because it's probably going to go for me. Yeah. So my god, this is actually really kind of crazy. In how this like works. And I think my next target, so looking at this, you can never get behind. You can't get behind. If you get behind, it's over. It's absolutely over. So Kingdom of Aloe, they have some different options. I think Ball, just because of how like effectively big they are and how low density there are, I think they're the right targets. So Goreo can go for one of these people. There's still some options right there. Ooh, but this is tough. Like, it honestly feels weird too on just this kind of like lower balance thing. I think you might do lower cycle sends, and Also, yeah, I can see how this can like favor the biggest bot, because there's probably some other map awareness that I have to start thinking about, essentially, how I'm using bots as buffer states. Like, yikes, man. This is actually really kind of weird. Like, this is weird stuff. So I'm going to take a bigger bite right here, because I think some of these other players have other options right at this point. So Garea will go for this one. British Raj will go there. I think I want to go for Bao at this point. Yeah, so I actually see how people can lose this and how this can be this kind of complicated. So maybe I try to clean up this for right now. Go for Garea. And I'm not even following my own rules. I'm just trying to use like general logic of like, where do I go? Who do I think about as next point? Because I'm in second, and essentially if I get down to Endgame, I just need to make sure I have a border on the crown and that I'm not like last in line, if that makes sense. Like that I cannot be the lowest troop person. So Crown is looking really dangerous. Crown is going to clean up this thing. And effectively, yeah, because I think like split map thing, it's just the lowest troop person will probably win. Yeah, so that makes sense there. And I think at this point, I think I go Crown. Because I think these people will just fight each other. And I kind of need, yeah, I need the Crown to go this way. British Raj will go that way. And actually, I see how this is doomed, because once this guy goes down, British Raj will gang up on me, and that's it. Oh, so that is actually really nuts. That is really nuts. So, right, so this is troll, because British Raj will go for me. The Crown will go for British Raj is kind of my assumption of what's going on. Right, because I'm a little bit behind. And yeah, I have to go for Crown. And British Raj should be going for me. And I think if I play this right, I think that makes sense. I actually don't know if I win. I think I might get second. Like, it all depends on how much more efficient I am in these type of exchanges. Because clearly, this is good for me. I think I'm taking out more of the Crown than I am. So man, this is actually, I actually see why this is kind of like cooked in some regards. I'm gonna do late cycle sends and just try to hit this guy when he's a little bit lower. So there we go. He's doing late cycle sends. What the heck, man? I can totally see why this is like, this is troll. So maybe you have to go for the Crown sooner, because I don't know if I'm actually gonna even be in time. I might not be. So I think I need to time my attacks for after the Bukhara Empire cycle send, just so I'm hitting a little bit lower density stuff. Yeah, so it's actually gonna be close. It's gonna be close how this is. I think I might just have enough, and this is actually a lesson for just general Territorialio. This is generally like why you go for the Crown in these type of games. Like, because the Crown is the one who's going to take you down. So I think I got it. So to try to summarize what the logic is, if you want to try this, I mean, it's not necessarily going for lowest troop density person. It's you have to think a little bit about map awareness of who's going to go for who. You clearly always need to stay ahead, because if you get behind, that's it. If you get behind at any point, if you get targeted, I'd reckon to say, like, if you get attacked by a bot before like the last three, I think you might just lose, like legitimately. But I think it is you generally will go for the lowest density player, but you have to do that in the context of managing like who essentially can target who. And then when you get to endgame in like 3-person split, you have to go for the Crown and hope you have enough. And I think that makes sense. So second try, my first try, I just kind of oversent and thought like made some decision to go for someone else who probably shouldn't. So yeah, let's that's interesting. So I guess this is hard. So let me know if you try this, how this works, and if you can take this down. I think at this point, fun fact, you trade for about 2-to-1 for attack to defense. So at this point, we can just kind of push this down. Not that we have peace mode anymore. So yeah, GG. That's how you take down 512 bots on White Arena. Maybe 20 to 40% win rate isn't so certain after all. GG's.